And there goes! No! Jared Michael and Kevin Kantrell, two former high school classmates, trying to eliminate each other's dreams. Oh no, and there goes Jared Michael.
Jared Michael is out of it. It is down to 3. Oh, to eliminate Daniel, but he doesn't see Kevin. Kevin's sneaking up behind him.
Oh no!
I do not believe it. Kevin Kantrell has not only been able to get one over on Adam Davenport, but he has won the Stampede Battle Royal. He will be challenging Bryce Maddox in the main event here at Stampede 32, Jimmy. Bryce Maddox, a smile on his face. He cannot wait to face a worthy opponent in Kevin Kantrell. You might not agree with his methods, but he has earned the championship match against the young machine, Bryce Maddox.
Is for the CCW Tag Team Championships. Introducing the challengers, the authentic one, Brian Adam, and his partner, the Sicilian Cowboy, Furnari.
How's it going tonight, Cowboy?
He didn't say hi to me.
Well, he will next go around.
CCW Tag Team Champions, representing the Brotherhood, Havoc and Chris Turner.
Poor Steve. Our ring announcer having to carry all the gear there.
the CCW Tag Team Champions, Chris Turner, Havoc, and of course Victus, might be the most hated men in Fernandina Beach, Florida tonight.
Tag team titles on the line. Another attempt by Joe Furnari and Brian Adam to hold tag gold here in CCW. We should mention the Brotherhood have never beaten the tandem of Brian and Joe in a match, but Brian and Joe have yet to win those tag titles from the Brotherhood.
It's been a non-title victory of the Brotherhood, and of course, a surprising victory as the Masked Shadows over the Brotherhood. That decision reversed after it was determined it was Brian Adam and Joe Furnari, who the crowd absolutely loved. The two most popular newcomers, 1-2 in the rankings of Rookie of the Year in CCW.
But now it is their chance to leave Stampede officially with the gold, not under assumed identities.
Chris Turner has ordered me to tell you, if you do not shut up, he will indeed leave tonight's contest.
Chris, please don't make promises you won't keep.
Bye. But Brian Adam and Joe Furnari have waited long enough to get their hands on the Brotherhood. I think Chris Turner might be delaying the inevitable.
Each and every one of you, what we do to them tonight is your fault.
Chris Turner saying what is done to Joe and Brian will be the crowd's fault. I say blame rests solely with the Brotherhood. You know, Jimmy, you remember they attacked Brian Adam late last year and put him in the hospital. He's now back better than ever, didn't miss a day in the gym, and he's looking jacked, and so is a Sicilian Cowboy.
Brian Adams spent weeks in the hospital with a ruptured spleen and vicious injury at the hands of Chris Turner and their Brotherhood. And now finally going to get his hands on the men who put him out with the CCW Tag Team titles on the line and a sneak attack out of the Brotherhood. We should have expected nothing less out of them.
Tainting the gold they wear. Of course, you never know which members of the Brotherhood you're going to face. Invoking the three-bird rule. Great athleticism from Brian Adam.
Takes down both members of the Brotherhood. Brian Adams is jacked and ready to go.
He has it all. Speed, strength, endurance, and Havoc is in there all alone against him. Chris Turner on the outside having to be helped up by Victus.
Mike about to swing on the fans here. He doesn't know who he's facing.
I don't think our insurance covers that.
That double clothesline from Brian Adam robbed Havoc just now getting unsteady legs. And that had to feel so good for Brian Adam, getting a measure of revenge already on the two men who cost him months of his career.
Brian Adams is a happy-go-lucky and positive individual, but don't let the smile fool you. He has nothing but contempt for what the Brotherhood did to him, and what better way to get revenge than to win those tag titles.
They're 2-0 against the Brotherhood, but when you have somebody like Chris Turner, the power of Havoc, and of course the size of Victus on the outside, it is never an easy test to overcome the Brotherhood.
Of course, Havoc certainly has a great physique himself. I'd say they're about matched up even. Trying to move Havoc, but not working there.
Yeah, just absorbing the blow. Sling blade takes out Havoc, showing off his speed. Do we have new champions? No. And it was almost just like that we had new CCW Tag Team Champions. And we're getting our first look at Joe Furnari tonight.
Joe Furnari, Rookie of the Year here in CCW, although Brian Adam was not far behind him. Sicilian Cowboy, I don't think he's ate any kind of defeat here in CCW, now that I think about it, Jimmy.
Impressive in singles action and just as good with his tag team partner and best friend, Brian Adam.
And they've just evolved as a tag team, isolating Havoc away from Chris Turner and Victus, tagging in and out, each just throwing moves on, absorbing damage onto Havoc. I don't care how good of a physique you are. Sooner or later, you're going to give. Joe Furnari scooping him up and slamming him down to the mat, and now tagging back in Brian.
And making these quick tags, keeping each other fresh. Brian Adam looking to fly. The authentic elbow connects. Nearly enough to pick up the tag team championship. But Havoc able to get his shoulder up at 2.
Of course, Havoc is no stranger to these type of matchups. Went one-on-one against Bryce Maddox for the heavyweight championship. Was not successful. Trying to make sure he maintains or retains the tag team gold here.
And Havoc's been so impressive in his early career. Having somebody with the experience and know-how of Chris Turner in his corner, no matter how much we dislike him, is a huge benefit. And now Chris Turner getting in the ring against the man he injured, Bryan Adams.
A rake of the eyes from the turncoat Chris Turner. Not a legal move here in CCW.
And Chris Turner targeting that spleen that he ruptured with the steel chair.
Going to show no quarter to his opponent here. Beautiful snapmare from Chris Turner.
And driving all his weight across the midsection. Bryan Adams has to be in excruciating pain.
The authentic one can endure a lot of punishment, but still fresh out of the hospital somewhat. Can't endure as much as he was able to prior to that attack by the Brotherhood.
Yeah, he worked so hard to get back. We hope that he hasn't re-injured any internal organs so far in the match. He is isolated in the Brotherhood's corner, and this is not the part of the ring he wants to find himself in. Havoc taking advantage of the situation.
Chris Turner making sure Scotty D's backed his turns and nefarious acts of the Brotherhood there on the other side of the ring. Joe Furnari saying, turn around, damn it.
And Joe Furnari trying to point him in the right direction, but too little, too late, and the Brotherhood continue to control the action.
Boot to the upper shoulder blades of the authentic one there. Stomping once again on the stomach, on the midsection of the authentic one. This crowd not happy with the antics of Chris Turner. Can't remember the last time they were, Jimmy.
Joe Furnari trying to get the crowd to will Bryan Adams back into this match. Nearly there for the tag, but Chris Turner cuts him off.
Chris Turner doesn't want the fresher cowboy getting involved. Going to get Bryan back to their corner, tagging in Havoc now.
Using every bit of the referee's count. And walks into bear hug, squeezing the life out of Bryan Adams and continuing to target that injured midsection.
Turner did the damage, and now it might pay dividends for Havoc. He's got those arms firmly locked in, one hand over the wrist, and just squeezing. Joe Furnari stomping in frustration. He wants to help his partner, but he can only do so much.
But the light might be fading on Bryan Adams. Their championship dreams might be going to sleep.
Of course, Joe Furnari and Bryan Adams are extra motivated here. Should they fail here tonight to win the tag team gold, win a loss, it would be a very long time before they get another shot. Is Havoc saying he got poked in the eye?
Well, referee Scotty D doing the right thing by checking on what might be an injured opponent, but giving Chris Turner the opening to further add damage.
And Jimmy, lest we forget, Victus is still on the outside, just standing there menacingly, picking his chance to get involved if need be.
An ominous presence on the outside of the ring, as if the Brotherhood needed more of an advantage.
Turner working on Bryan. There in the corner. Going to throw him to the other corner now.
Chris Turner charging in, but Adam rolls all the way and tags in Joe Furnari!
Joe Furnari, the fresher man, is now about to get involved.
Shoulder to the midsection, up and over, sunset flip, takes down Turner. Do we have new champions?
No! The turncoat able to turn out at the last second. Stomping on the back of the Sicilian Cowboy. Going to try to do to Joe what he just did, what they've been doing to Bryan. Pushing him into the corner.
And just like that, the Brotherhood are back on top.
Tagging in Havoc once again. Going to work in unison and do some damage to the Sicilian Cowboy. And once again, Havoc with that vicious bear hug, one of the most painful moves in his arsenal.
Just squeezing the air out of the lungs of the Sicilian Cowboy.
But the crowd is cheering him on. Joe trying to find the strength to break out, laying some strikes on the head of Havoc. The Sicilian Cowboy still got a little bit of energy in him for one more ride. Irish whipping him into the ropes. Beautiful clothesline from the Sicilian Cowboy.
Goes down for the pin. Havoc able to keep this championship match going.
Only a 2 count.
It has been 3, maybe 4 times that the challengers have been just a second away from capturing the championships. Once again, another clothesline takes down Havoc. Could this be it?
Joe trying to waste no time there, but still Havoc was able to kick out at 2.
But every time, referee Scotty D's hand comes a little bit closer to hitting 3 with each pinfall attempt.
And Joe wants to stay in there as long as possible. Just give Brian as much chance as he can to catch his breath and recover from the vicious attacks he endured by the Brotherhood. And Joe really in firm control right now. Is Havoc asking for a timeout? We don't have timeouts in pro wrestling. Not in this match anyways.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Chris Turner might be teaching him, but there is no timeouts in CCW. Furnari sending, having into the ropes and takes him down with the lariat. Chris Turner involving himself illegally.
Scotty D telling him to get back to the outside. Joe got hurt there, and you got to think, does he want to stay? Does he want to stay in the ring and try to win this for his team, or does he want to tag back in Brian?
Brian asking for the tag. He's always willing to fight for his team, but Havoc targeting the legs.
Targeting the left thigh of Joe Furnari. Turner getting back in the ring. Referee giving Havoc to the count of 5 to get out. A man can't stand, he can't fight.
I don't know if going for the roll-up! Going for the roll-up! Almost had new tag team champions. That's how the Masked Shadows shocked the Brotherhood and nearly had history repeat itself.
Havoc able to save his team there at the last second. Reverse Irish whip there. Beautiful clothesline once again from Joe Furnari.
Joe Furnari is fired up.
He lives and thrives off the adulation of this capacity crowd. Brian Adam back in.
Finally getting his hands on Turncoat Turner. Sending him into the corner. And firing away. Do it one more time, Brian. One more time.
Brian Adam more than happy to oblige your request there, Jimmy. Maybe going for a third one. Turner reverse Irish whipped him into the corner there, trying to hit him with a clothesline, but nobody home.
Charging in. This time Turner able to evade and take down Adam.
Turner now just laying that shoulder into the stomach of Brian Adam. Brian Whittam whipping Turner into the corner, hitting him with a beautiful clothesline, gonna tag back in Joe.
And here comes Joe Furnari looking to sprint in. Once again, no. Here he goes.
Kicking him there. A kick once again.
What do the challengers have in mind here? They call this the Flying Bronco.
The Flying Bronco connected on Chris Turner. The momentum has changed. Jimmy, I can feel it in the air. We're going to have new tag team champions. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon.
Adam may have done just as much damage to himself as he did Chris Turner.
Chris Turner tough as old boot leather. Tagging back in Joe. Chris Turner having none of that. You're not going to be able to mount an offense. Snapmare down to the mat, hitting the boot to the head and into the eye sockets of Joe Furnari.
It's not pretty, but it is effective.
Turner will use any means at his disposal to retain those tag team gold. Tagging back in the younger man, Havoc. Just slamming Joe Furnari's head in that top turnbuckle.
Havoc has had plenty of time to recuperate on the outside. Double clothesline takes out Furnari and going for the pin. This might be it.
No! Still, some wrestling in the Cowboy. You gotta wonder though how many tricks he has left in his hat, metaphorically speaking, that is.
And the Brotherhood have to be questioning, can we beat these guys? They have lost now twice to the challengers, and they can't seem to put them away tonight. And
Joe and
both
Havoc.
men are out.
Joe and Havoc clotheslining each other. Referee counting to 10. If this is a double count out, the gold will once again stay with the Brotherhood. Joe and Brian will get the victory, but they'll leave empty-handed.
Furnari back to his feet first.
Wait, what is Turner doing? Whoa, oh my God!
What was that? Oh my God!
The winner of this match by disqualification, the team of Brian Adam and Joe Furnari.
Oh my God.
Jimmy, he's hurt.
Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen. This is a disgusting situation.
Our ring announcer, Director of Operations, Steve Dalton, getting some water for the Cowboy.
Oh God.
Damn you to hell, Chris Turner. Fans in the audience saying that was evil, and I agree.
Just pure evil out of the Brotherhood. Joe Furnari, Brian Adam on the verge of possibly winning the CCW tag team titles. Now I just hope we see Joe Furnari in the ring again.
I just hope Joe Furnari will be able to see again, Jimmy.
I'm just leaving the hospital. The same exact hospital that I just left a couple of months ago because what the Brotherhood did to me by trying to end my career and damage my spleen. Now, they thought they could end the Cowboy's career by throwing fire in his face. I don't know if it's his eye, his retina, his cornea, optic nerve, could be anything, but the possibility that he can't see and can't wrestle and not give us our chance at redemption is, I can't even think about it right now. But I tell you what, he is going to get better and he's going to get stronger, and we're going to come back for those titles because we know that's what means the most to you. So when Joe gets better, when the Cowboy gets back on that horse, we're coming in riding. We're coming for you, Chris, and all your little goons and all those little fools that think that you are this big cult leader, think that you're this god, whatever it is. I don't care because they're foolish. We're coming for you, and we're going to take those belts any way possible. You name your terms, you name your price, name whatever it is that you want. We will put everything on the line. When he gets better, we're coming for you. You.
It is time for the CCW Heavyweight Championship match as the Stampede Battle Royal winner, Kevin Kantrell, challenges the Machine, Bryce Maddox. And let's send it down to the ring to Director of Operations Steve Dalton for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the main event of the evening. This match is for the CCW World Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, Kevin Kantrell. And the current CCW World Champion, the Machine, Bryce Maddox.
Champion and challenger face to face. We are just moments away from the heavyweight championship of the world being contested in front of a standing room only crowd in Fernandina Beach, Florida.
The defending champion, age 23. The challenger, age 41. Bryce Maddox holds the only gold that Kevin Kantrell never won in his first outing here in CCW. Kevin Kantrell here wants to right that one blemish on his record, never winning the world title, but he's got to get through the Machine, Bryce Maddox. Not an easy thing to do, Jimmy.
The Machine has been unstoppable since capturing the championship at Wrestle Bash 30 and is lifting and setting Kevin Kantrell on the top rope. The Machine, a 2016 Junior Olympic gold medalist power lifter, and showing every bit of that power right there.
And you got to look at the advantages. Youth and strength belong to the champion, but craftiness, guile, and actually a little bit of power too belong to Kevin Kantrell.
But just shoves Kantrell away, doing it once more.
Kevin Kantrell using that experience, getting some distance between him and the champion.
I'm not sure who's at the advantage here. Kevin Kantrell had to fight off 19 other competitors to get here in the Stampede Battle Royal, but Bryce Maddox did not know who he was defending the championship against until earlier.
Bryce Maddox did have to work his way through 19 other men, but the man is resilient and has a lot of gas in the tank.
Kevin Kantrell taking Maddox up and over. Kevin Kantrell is as good as they come on the mat, and that negates Bryce Maddox's power advantage.
Kantrell firmly in control.
And he knows he has 60 minutes to work with in no hurry here tonight. He wants to make sure that he has his opponent felled out, but Bryce Maddox trying to fight back, but Kantrell just wrenches it even harder. Machine able to get some separation and takes out Kevin Kantrell.
Beautiful display of strength by the defending champion. Arm drag now from Bryce Maddox onto Kevin Kantrell, who's seeing stars. Scoops him up, and another beautiful slam. And a drop kick.
There is nothing Bryce Maddox can't do.
Kevin Kantrell making some distance, going to the outside.
He may be rethinking his strategy, but it probably can't think clearly after absorbing that punishment.
But you just see the wily veteran. He knows, hey, if I can't handle this kid, let me make some distance. Catch my breath. Knock the stars out of my eyes and come up with a plan. And now Bryce Maddox going to give chase. Kevin Kantrell shouldn't have turned his back on Bryce Maddox.
He may have been luring the champion in. Maddox firing back.
Just the sheer brute strength of Bryce Maddox.
And a sickening thud across the chest, nearly taking the tattoo off Kevin Kantrell.
Champion asking for quiet.
Oh!
Beautiful European uppercut.
And
A
there is
display
nothing
of
behind
physical
the
art.
eyes of Kevin Kantrell right now. He might be on Dream Street.
Referee Scotty D letting these two men just battle it out here on the outside. Ooh, hasn't begun the 10 count. Beautiful strike from the machine Bryce Maddox.
He might be $10,000 richer, but right now Kantrell might be regretting winning that Stampede Battle Royal.
Gonna use all that money for his hospital bill.
Trying to get... Oh, getting the crowd to take out Kantrell.
Hey, it's outside the ring, so it's perfectly legal.
Why is everybody able to get their hands on Kantrell but us, Donnie?
I don't want to get my hands on him.
Bryce Maddox lifting Kantrell up, sending him going into the post.
Kantrell able to escape danger at the last second and sent the machine colliding into that steel beam, Jimmy. It is as I always say, when steel meets flesh and bone, steel wins every single time.
Even if you are the machine.
Kevin now back in control. Beautiful strikes on Bryce Maddox. Bryce Maddox down to one knee.
Oh, and you can hear that impact ricochet off the walls here. And what does Kevin Kantrell have in mind?
Kevin Kantrell setting him up for a suplex of some kind, I think, Jimmy.
This is dangerous. Oh, God!
Oh, Jesus!
Brainbuster on the floor! Oh, God! Kantrell's competitive nature may have given way to some violent tendencies. Oh, my God!
Violent tendencies indeed. I think they cracked the tile there, Jimmy.
May have cracked the machine's skull.
Referee now counting.
Of course, that wrestle bash. Bryce Maddox took a lot of damage to his neck, to his head. Worked hard to rehab that. But
referee Scotty D and other referee checking on the welfare of Bryce Maddox. And now Kevin Kantrell with the chair. He smells blood in the water. Scotty D trying to take it away from him.
Thankfully, Scotty D was there to avert disaster.
What's he coming over? Why is he grabbing his towel?
Kevin Kantrell trying to use every bit of his environment to his advantage.
Not
letting everything to put away the machine.
Not letting Bryce get back to his feet there under his own power, slamming his head into the side of the mat now. Getting back in and Jimmy, what's he trying?
Oh!
What's he doing with that? What's he doing with that towel?
Is he hog tying the machine?
Tying his legs together so he won't be able to stand up. Knots good and tight.
And the machine is stuck here at ringside. After that brainbuster, I don't know if he could get up even if he wanted to. But in a vulnerable position as Kevin Kantrell fires away.
Kevin Kantrell, the wily veteran, using that seasoned experience to get the best of the machine here. Tied his feet there and just laying in the damage. Referee Scotty D trying to undo that knot.
Kevin Kantrell, years of experience, knows how to use every inch of the squared circle, and he's using every inch tonight.
Machine getting back to his feet.
But the machine powers him into the corner.
Beautiful European uppercut, but he's clutching the back of the head. The damage is paying dividends for Kevin Kantrell.
Flies in with the splash.
Bryce Maddox throwing all of his body weight into Kevin Kantrell, saying he's going to do it again. Whatever pain the machine has, he is gritting his teeth and ignoring it. Irish whipping him into the other corner now.
The machine taking his time to charge in on wobbly legs.
Gonna try to do that. And all of his body weight hits Kevin Kantrell for a second time.
And still able to get, 7, 8 feet in the air before crashing down.
And the machine Bryce Maddox is no lightweight, Jimmy. Just all that 240 plus pounds landing on Kevin Kantrell, whipping him into the corner once again. Nobody home.
Too many, and once again it was Maddox's head and neck that took the brunt of that force. And Kantrell quickly capitalizing.
Laying in an elbow there on the head of the machine, Bryce Maddox. Snap Narmel into the middle of the ring. And a boot onto the head of Bryce Maddox, that head that just moments ago hit the concrete with that vicious brain buster.
And a body part, his head and neck, that he's been battling since Wrestle Bash. He's been trying to rehab it as best as he can as he fights through the pain, but Kevin Kantrell focusing his attack on that area.
Kevin Cantrell's goal since returning to CCW last year was simple. He wanted to win the World Heavyweight Championship, and he could just be a few moments from doing that now, Jimmy.
Now he wants to cash checks and snap necks. He might have already snapped Maddox's neck, and the checks as the champion will be a lot bigger.
This crowd firmly chanting for the Machine, Bryce Maddox. Kevin Kantrell just wrenching in that headlock, but they're still fighting the Machine, laying in some strikes to the belly of Kantrell.
The 2022 Superstar of the Year, Bryce Maddox, is never out of a fight no matter how bad of a condition he might be in.
Irish whipping him into the ropes. Beautiful maneuver by the Machine, Bryce Maddox, but with every maneuver you see him clutching the back of his head. That damage still paying dividends for Kevin Kantrell.
And dropping Maddox across that top rope. That whiplash sending Maddox back into the corner as he continues to clutch his neck and shoulder area.
You gotta wonder if it might not even be broken at this point. More damage being done by Kevin Kantrell. Dragging Maddox there just a little bit. Got him in that headlock.
I don't know if we've ever seen the Machine. Snap suplex, floats over, going for the pin. Nearly had a new champion. As I was saying, I don't think we've ever seen Bryce Maddox dominated the way he's been so far by Kevin Kantrell.
It has been a rare thing. Kevin Kantrell, as you said, dominating the champion, Jimmy. And now the champion is at his mercy, slamming that knee into the throat of the defending world champion, and now going to work the submission maneuver. Stretching that arm. You see the knee placed firmly on the head of Bryce Maddox. Bryce Maddox trying to do something. This crowd rallying behind him.
And while he might be tweaking on the arm, that is also putting pressure on the neck as well.
Machine now into the corner.
Oh, sending him back.
Misses.
But misses.
Kantrell now misses. Uppercut from the Machine. Bryce Maddox is having to pause to catch his breath there.
The action picking up fast and furious. Going for the pin.
Kantrell able to power at it too. Still some fight left in Kevin. Bryce Maddox even saying, are you sure that was two? Frustration setting in now for the defending world champion. Back to his feet first. Kevin Kantrell laying down there, trying to catch his breath. Gave the Machine plenty of time to sneak up behind him. Reverses the Irish whip.
And once again sending Maddox head and neck first into the canvas, and now tying him up.
Beautiful drop toe hold there from Kevin Kantrell, and now he just has the leg and just wrenching that knee, that pain shooting from the knee to the thigh.
And of course, Maddox late last year, or late in 2021 actually, underwent knee surgery. Kevin Kantrell finding all the weak points in the Machine and making sure to try to exploit those.
Trying to keep him from reaching those ropes.
The Machine reaching out with all he has.
Can he get it, Jimmy?
And he's able to get to the ropes and break the hold.
Getting a moment of respite from the ongoing attacks of Kevin Kantrell, but it is only a moment.
And has the damage been done already?
You might think so, Jimmy, although this crowd still chanting the name of Bryce Maddox, and those cheers can do wonders for your psyche, and your psyche can do wonders for your maneuvers, but he's just laying there on the second rope.
And Kevin Kantrell just relentlessly punishing the Machine.
Kantrell just throwing all his weight there onto Bryce, onto that second rope, and now going to go for a pinfall attempt.
Lateral press. Nearly had a new CCW champion. I thought it was it for just a moment.
Nope, still. There is no quit in the Machine. Reverses that Irish whip.
And And the
Beautiful.
high knee sends
Beautiful.
Kevin Kantrell to the apron.
Beautiful high knee there from Bryce Maddox. But once again, Jim, you see he's clutching the back of his neck, that damage.
And Kantrell trying to drop the machine across the top rope again. The machine had it scouted.
Machine now getting to the second rope. Kantrell standing on the outside. Going for something big here right now, Jimmy. Trying to get Kantrell up there with him.
Look at the power of the machine!
Beautiful suplex from the second rope.
That was incredible! Drapes the arm across the chest. Not
No!
enough to retain his championship.
After that superplex from the second rope, the machine was able to just get his hand on Kevin Kantrell, but it was not enough to hold the challenger down to the mat.
Just a vulgar display of power out of the machine. Still wasn't enough to put away Kevin Kantrell.
Machine now back to his feet, throwing Kantrell into the ropes. Beautiful shoulder from the machine.
Getting down the three-point stance and sending Kevin Kantrell to the mat once again.
What worked once will work twice. Trying to set Kevin up for something, but Kevin's having none of that, just laying in strikes once again. Going to use those ropes to add some momentum.
And snap slam out of nowhere, going once again for the pin.
No! Bryce had it scouted, but it still wasn't enough.
And what does Maddox have to do to put away Kantrell?
Frustration has set in on Bryce Maddox, stomping that mat in frustration, waiting for Kantrell to get back to his feet.
He's looking to set up. Twisted Metal has him up.
No!
Oh, his neck gave out on him. And it's the Blue Thunderbomb. Do we have a new champion?
No!
Maddox able to keep his championship alive.
Kantrell was able to escape Twisted Metal and hit his own finisher. But even that, Jimmy, it wasn't enough. Bryce has still got fight left in him.
Kantrell, the damage he has put onto Maddox, prevented Maddox from connecting with the Twisted Metal, and Kevin Kantrell took advantage of the opening.
Put him into the corner. Gonna try to Irish switch him, but Bryce Maddox counters there.
Oh my God!
Trying to fly,
Oh my God!
but he caught him, turning him around.
And the Twisted Metal connects!
This could be it.
Maddox
Retains. What a hell of a main event. Kevin Kantrell did every trick in the book, laid in every bit of damage that he could, but it was not enough. Your winner and still CCW World Champion, Bryce the Machine Maddox.